Greetings to all. Today let us look into summary of Revelation chapter 1. Revelation chapter 1 introduces us to the mysterious and powerful visions experienced by John while he was exiled on the island of Patmos. It begins by explaining that the things John is about to describe are a revelation from Jesus Christ. John, who was exiled for sharing the message of God, recounts being in the Spirit on the Lord's day when he hears a loud voice like a trumpet behind him. Turning around, he sees an incredible sight, 7 golden lampstands and someone who looks like the Son of Man, a title often used by Jesus. This Son of Man figure is described in majestic terms, wearing a long robe with a golden sash, with hair white like wool, eyes blazing like fire, feet shining like bronze, and a voice like rushing waters. He holds 7 stars in his right hand and has a sharp double-edged sword coming out of his mouth. This image portrays Jesus in all his divine glory and authority. John is so overwhelmed by this vision that he falls down at Jesus' feet, but Jesus reassures him, saying, "Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever. And I hold the keys of death and Hades." Jesus' words emphasize his power over life and death and offer comfort to John. Jesus then instructs John to write down everything he sees and send it to the 7 churches in Asia Minor, Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamum, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, and Laodicea. These were real churches facing real challenges, and Jesus' messages to them are meant to encourage, warn, and guide them. Jesus explains the symbolism of the 7 stars and the 7 lampstands. The 7 stars represent the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 lampstands represent the 7 churches themselves. This symbolism suggests that these churches are under divine protection and guidance. Jesus then gives specific messages to each of the 7 churches. To the church in Ephesus, he commends their hard work but warns them against losing their first love. To Smyrna, he encourages them to endure persecution faithfully. To Pergamum, he cautions them against compromising their faith. To Thyatira, he rebukes them for tolerating immorality and false teachings. To Sardis, he urges them to wake up and strengthen their faith. To Philadelphia, he promises them an open door of opportunity. And to Laodicea, he criticized their lukewarm faith and urges them to repent. Overall, the messages to these churches emphasize the importance of remaining faithful and vigilant, even in the face of challenges and persecution. They are called to hold fast to their love for Jesus and to live in accordance with his teachings. The chapter closes with John describing his reaction to the vision. He identifies himself as a fellow believer who shares in the suffering, kingdom, and patient endurance that come from belonging to Jesus. John affirms that he was on the island of Patmos because of his testimony about Jesus. In summary, Revelation chapter 1 introduces us to the breathtaking visions experienced by John and sets the stage for the messages to the 7 churches. It portrays Jesus in all his divine glory and emphasizes his authority over life and death. The messages to the churches encourage them to remain faithful and vigilant, even in the face of challenges and persecution. Thank you.